Adjective endings in the nominative case. Look at this chart for definite and indefinite articles in the nominative case. You may want to copy this down in your notes. In the nominative for definite articles, you would say, if we were adding the adjective blau, for example, blue, if it is nominative case, then the adjective will end in an E except for the plural. For example, der blaue Anzug, die blaue Bluse, das blaue Kleid, die blauen Schuhe. If you want to use an indefinite article, or a, and it's the nominative case, then for der words, you add an er to the adjective. So, ein blauer Anzug means a blue suit. Eine blaue Bluse, a blue blouse. Ein blaues Kleid, a blue dress. Notice how all of the adjectives in the nominative add an E when you're using the definite article or saying the. Plural is the only one that's different and adds an en. Definite articles in the nominative case. In the nominative, remember, there are two things that make it nominative. One, it's the subject of a sentence, or two, it comes after a form of the verb sein. So if we talk about the subject of a sentence and we're adding an adjective, which in this slide is in blue, and the ending that we're going to put on it is in E. So for example, der junge Mann trägt eine Jacke. The young man is wearing a jacket. Das blaue Auto ist nicht sehr schnell. The blue car is not very fast. Die schöne Frau trägt einen Rock. The pretty lady is wearing a skirt. Notice how all of the adjectives here are just adding an E. Something can also be nominative if it comes after a form of the verb sein. That could be bin, bist, ist, sind, or seid. So the same thing happens. It's still nominative, so the adjectives still take an E ending. Das ist der alte Hut. Wo ist die schöne Frau? Das ist das blaue Auto. So these are all examples of definite articles in the nominative case. Indefinite articles in the nominative case. Something can be nominative because it is the subject of the sentence. Instead of saying the young man, let's say a young man. So now we're switching to an indefinite article. When you're using indefinite articles in the nominative case, the adjective ending must reflect the gender of the noun that follows it. For example, in number 1, man is a masculine noun, so a der word. So an er is added onto the adjective. Ein junger Mann trägt eine Jacke. Number 2, das Auto. Das Auto, so it's a neuter noun. So an es is added onto the adjective. In this case, ein blaues Auto ist nicht sehr schnell. And for die words like die Frau, you simply add an e. Eine schöne Frau trägt einen Rock. Something can also be nominative, of course, because it comes after a form of the verb sein. So in this instance, if we want to say that is an old hat, we would say das ist ein alter Hut. Notice the er on the adjective alt reflects the fact that Hut is a masculine noun. Wo ist eine schöne Frau? Das ist ein blaues Auto.